Welcome back to another episode of Sailing into the Mystic. In our last episode, we made the decision to haul out our boat in Ensenada to take advantage of the services and great prices that Ensenada has to offer. We know that when we have a clean, slick hull, we increase our sailing speed by at least a knot, and that is something that will be very valuable as we sail down the Pacific coast of Baja California. In this episode, we will share the costs of being in the boatyard in Ensenada as we attempt to get multiple projects done at the same time while trying to stay within a budget.
Land ho! Hold on, baby, just hold on. Hold on, baby, baby, just hold on.
We were initially told that the hull paint would take a week to complete. As with most boatyards in Ensenada, they wouldn't let us paint the Mystic ourselves, so our plan was to stay on the boat during that week and complete several other projects while the yard worked on the hull. The amenities were great for liveaboards, and it did not cost extra to stay on the boat while she was in the yard. Our wishful thinking was that the boat would be done by the weekend, we would take her back to the marina, and then get back home for work the following week. Our first project was to install a table for the Salon.
So there's a narrower end that would,
Yeah.
I would think would go.
The boat originally came with 2 brand new pedestals, but with no table. We finally found one that would fit the area at Minnie's Yacht
What I
Surplus.
guess really should start with is where those get mounted onto here evenly. So we start with where these would get mounted, mount them, and then we flip around and then we set it where we want to. What I'm doing is I got to drill into the floor to mount the table legs, and right under the floor for the table is our fuel tank. So I don't want to drill into our fuel tank, so I'm going to go like this. I've got there's the drill bit. I'm going to pre-drill it, and then there's the screws I'm going to use, and I'm just going to shorten that drill bit to be just a tad shorter than the screw itself. So right about there. So now I can't drill. Get down in your position, sir. Yep. The ticket.
They're working on the boat. Yay! You probably can hear them sanding in the background. I'm trying to edit on our new table we installed and listening to the grinding of the sanding down below. Tim's gonna fiddle with a few projects, and I'm gonna get some editing done and probably do some varnishing. But I think we finally have progress. They started yesterday, and I was hoping they'd be painting today, but it looks like there's still got more sanding to do. But at least we're moving. So it's Thursday. We had the boat here since Saturday, and we're still on sanding. We really hope it gets out by this next Saturday because we have to go back to work next week. Sonríe! When the hull is clean and smooth and the first coat of paint goes on, that is when you can really see the blisters that need to be tended to. We kept an eye on where they were surfacing so that when the Mystic is hauled out again in the summer during the hurricane season, we can tend to them. Here comes the black paint. We asked for 2 coats of paint this time, hoping the anti-fouling paint will last longer. The 2 different colors of paint will also help us see when and where each coat is worn through and it's time to paint again. With the black coat, the blisters really stood out. Okay, we're gonna leave for another week. Gotta go back home and work a little bit more, get the money together so we can pay to get this boat out of Baja Naval.
Support my students at auto shop.
Yeah.
Back and pick up the boat. It'll be all done. It'll be bottom painted, prop speed.
Right now they're doing the second coat. Monday, today's Friday, and this next Monday is a holiday, Constitution Day in Mexico. So we'll be back next Friday to pick up the boat, pay for it, sail it back to the marina, and then finish up some more projects.
Dinghy dubs.
Yeah, I'll come down next Friday. We'll probably next weekend.
I'd like to put the dinghy davits on right here when they drop us in. Just do it real quick right there.
Well, now that our haul out was going to take an extra week, we took advantage of the multiple trips from San Diego to Ensenada to visit some places along the way. We went to La Fonda, a very old restaurant that is famous for its brunch buffet, located in Rosarito in Baja, California.
Going now for the third.
Folks. A third run. I'm still on my first. Plate number 3, and you got the chicken mole, which is my favorite Mexican cuisine.
Chicken mole, and then bistec ranchero.
Bistec ranchero, that's also good. It was nice to sit on the patio after a meal and dream about sailing again. It felt awkward that we were retired and now doing some side work to pay for some unplanned work on the boat in the middle of a trip. But we knew it would be worth it in the end, and we just had to demonstrate a little patience. A very nice gentleman came by and sang us a song that he wrote himself. As he sang, the melody found the quiet ache in our hearts. It carried us back to the open sea, where we felt we belonged, beneath wind-filled sails. Back in the boatyard, Tim and I each had a to-do list. Well, I worked on some varnishing. Today, I'm going to start varnishing this hand grip area. Tim replaced an electrical socket. When we were sailing to Ensenada, our Gen 2 Starlink stopped working, and when we requested support directly with Starlink, we were sent out a new Gen 3 Starlink at no expense. Since this model is different, Tim needed to make some adjustments to install it.
I am drilling a hole for the cable for the Starlink to go up through into this stainless, and I got to use a cobalt bit. Cobalt son of a bit. So just trying to find one that's still good. That's my best one I got.
They're always breaking.
Well, they're not. Some of the small ones break, but the bigger ones just go dull after, I've done a lot of drilling with them. So I really would like to cut this down. It doesn't need to be that long. Babe, you hand me the other fat drill bit on the thing? Okay. Only don't touch the other end of that because it's hot. Okay. So this is kind of sketchy pulling off this bracket, but this is a good bracket. This is a bracket I bought online to be able to mount it. You could also, it comes with a bracket that'll mount on this 1-inch tubing, so you can put it on the railing. I'm using this to slide it down that big pole, and using 2 set screws to hold it on. But so removing this cable is kind of sketchy, but this is the way you do it. You just pull on it pretty hard.
Oh.
Yeah, you just pull.
Oh.
Okay, so you can see the other side of it's just a rubber piece rubber lock that locks it in. So you're just pulling on that and it collapses out.
Well, that's new.
So other ones would be a plastic one you have to push down and then pull out, but not these. Okay, so now see if this fits into the hole I just drilled.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honey,
Yeah.
I need you to pull that cord out a little bit. Hold it. Stop. Alright, so you just drilled that hole so the cable's coming up to the center of that, and it'll just get plugged in to the Starlink from here, like that. We'll lock it down with these two right there. Put some 5200 in that hole just to cover it up, make it so it doesn't chafe. All right, we're gonna talk about the Starlink. So when we first put Starlink on, well, it was the Gen 2, and it died on us. But Starlink was super nice, and they just sent us another one, a brand new Gen 3. So one of the things I wanted to do was, I knew we were using a lot of energy to convert. It went from 110 down to 12 volt. So I wanted to change that because we're just using extra energy in the conversion. So if I just went straight 12 volt, it would be a lot more efficient. So that's what we did. So in doing that, I just also mounted the router right here, which is super nice. Ran some wires down through here. And then I put it in this little digital switching system here, which I thought I liked a lot, but it's been failing. So I had to take it off of that. It still works for other stuff. I got our wash down pump here, but I think I'm gonna have to change this. Baja Designs makes a really nice one, so yeah, that's probably what we're gonna see here soon. But anyway, so I took it off of there, and then I just hardwired it behind the panel here. So it's just coming in 12 volts, and then we just leave it on all the time. We never turn it off. It's so efficient. So the Starlink itself on this system uses at peak probably 8 amps. If we're in the snow, it might go up to 15 amps if it needed to melt the snow off, but that'll never happen in Baja. So I mean, at peak it's probably 8 amps. So we just leave it on all the time. So in fact, we leave our fridge on all the time and this on all the time. And of course, all the bilges are on automatic, ready to go. But yeah, so it's been doing fantastic.
Unloading. We have to climb those stairs to bring everything up. Come aboard. Today's day, splash day. We're not happy with all the blisters our rudder has on this side. I think that's the side that was opened up 3 years ago, because this side is all perfect. So when we pull this out next summer to get out of the hurricane season, we're going to have to address this, unfortunately.
There's a square right there. Well, like even that after painting, we're still.
Yeah. We got water coming out of that. Have to work on that next summer. This and on the other side. That's the other side. Here's the prop speed. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. we're paid up, and we're gonna splash today, this morning.
And I got a new hat.
Hey, Baja Naval
He
hat.
saw my hair. He said, "You need a hat, buddy."
Last minute replacement of this of the.
Sí, todo bien, ¿no? Sí, okay. Cuidado.
See, those ones were zinc, and what we put on was aluminum. So pointed it out to them, and they replaced it both ways. Super nice.
All right, muy bien, gracias.
Gracias. All right, Tim's gonna get up in the boat, so they're gonna splash with him on it, so he can check for the water and everything. Just barely missing the Starlink up there. They're doing a good job watching that for us. Big belt straps are carrying our load. Put sand and put paint.
Alright, we're leaving Baja Naval after they did a fantastic job on the bottom paint and anodes and prop speed. And we're ready for our next leg of the trip. Going back in the water.
I was running over here to help out, and they all lined up before I got here. During our stay with Baja Naval, we noticed something really special about the working culture there. The team eats lunch together, plays together during their breaks, and trains together. Everyone seems eager to jump in and help a colleague with their project when they are needed, and they all see the importance of tending to the important details. This culture carries over into great workmanship, and thus we as the customers felt really good about their services.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Gracias. All right, so let's do this week's wrap up with the affordability of our sailing journey. Did we sink our budget or sail our dream? The $2,700 to haul out our boat included the hull paint, the prop speed, and the anodes. That's a great price, but just one we weren't originally expecting to have to pay for. The used table was a great find because Salon tables aren't cheap. The electrical sockets, Starlink mount, and power conversion kit were affordable as well. The expense that surprised us the most was at Fonda restaurant. The meal and drinks were well over $100, so bad on us, but it was a little fun that we needed anyway. The multiple trips back and forth between San Diego and Ensenada were adding up in diesel and toll roads, but everything else was free. Except the hat. The hat was actually what cost us $2,700, but don't tell Tim that. Yup, in the sink or sail scale, we sunk our budget this week, and that's why we have to do some side work to afford these extra expenses. Join us next week as we share our dinghy davit build project and to see if we sink our budget again. We would like to give a special thanks to our Patreon members who help us to continue sharing our content. If you've been enjoying our journey and want to see more of what really goes into sailing on a budget, we'd love to have you join us over on Patreon. By becoming part of our Mystic crew, you'll get access to exclusive videos we don't share publicly, more in-depth tips on how we're making this lifestyle affordable, early access to real-time content, and a direct line to connect with us along the way. It's also a space to connect with others who are dreaming about or already living the sailing life. If that sounds like your kind of crew, check out the link below and come join us for just $5 a month. You can also make a one-time offer or sign up for free if you would like to receive our monthly newsletter.
Back where I belong with you, babe. Hold on. Baby, just hold on. Won't you hold on